What do you think of the COVID-19, Daz?
COVID-19? I think they should be released.
I agree. I mean, there's no need for 5 kilometres lockdown for the rest of their lives.
Sure, that's much like us.
That's true.
Come here. You know, it's been said to me that we're like Cha and Maya.
That's his name.
Whose name?
Maya.
How do you mean Maya?
To me.
Maya, sure say Maya to me.
Yeah, Maya to me. That's his man's name.
I'm lost.
Look, the fella who plays Maya is Maya Toomey, okay? T-W-O-M-E-Y.
Ah, sure. Do you know what? I thought you meant to me, as in T-O-M-E.
All right. No. He gave me an award, you know.
And what did he give you an award for?
For saying nothing.
You can't do that.
I know, that's why he deserved the award.
And where did you get this award?
I got it above in the Lismore courthouse.
Oh. And what did you get it for?
I got it for acting.
You can't act.
I know that, but don't tell anybody, will ya? He was up there as well.
Is he a judge?
No, he's a judicator.
Ooh. And what were you up in court for?
I just told you I wasn't up in court, I was up there for acting. Do you know you've the brain of a goldfish? There was a competition on up there, okay?
A competition?
Yeah, called the Waterford 1, 2, 3 competition.
All right.
Yeah. And he got an award for saying nothing.
That must have killed you.
It was difficult enough, I have to say, I'll tell you. And if you don't believe me, you can always ask Jim Hyde.
Jim Hyde.
Yeah, he's in the beautiful Cork Images.
Oh, I never heard of him.
Ah, come on, you know Jim Hyde.
No.
He's an Australian fella there who's living in Waterford, and he's married to a South African.
An Australian living in Waterford, married to a South African, and posts in beautiful Cork Images.
That's right.
Oh my God, he must be very mixed up.
He is. But sure, that's the way he is. Like the poor fella.
Sure.
Look, Gip. Look, you don't believe me, don't you? Look what I have here in my pocket, la. Look at that. Look at that for an award, huh?
This thing.
Highly commended for acting.
That's a Canon from the pawn shop. Did you get that, Mr. Price?
That's an award I got above in the 1, 2, 3.
Hang on.
I'll show you. And Maya Toomey.
Hang on a second now. What does it say? 1, 2, 3 Drama Festival. Yeah, sure, I was an actor.
Highly commended if you can't read it.
Highly commended. Yeah. 2008.
I'll have you know now. So there you go.
Right. So how much did this cost to get made up?
Listen, you're trying to make a fool of me, are you?
I'm not, boy.
Come here, it's beginning to rain. I think we should go in and take a few snaps.
Schnapps? I'd love a drink of schnapps right now.
And we could sing an old song.
Ah, go on. Take it away.
I'll leave you off. Go on, go for it.
Where we sported and played, neath the green leafy shade, on the banks of me own lovely lea.
There it is, boy. There it is.
Sure.
Come on,
we go.
You're very welcome back to the channel. Thanks a million for tuning in. Yeah, we decided to bring Daz and Ferg down to Fitzgerald's Park and just to do maybe a little spiff on, you know, Cha and Maya. I wouldn't call them heroes of ours, but certainly we admired them when we were younger, growing up and watching them on television.
Oh yeah, brilliant.
And always sitting on the river bank. So the next few vlogs are going to be based around the River Lee, really. And we're here in Fitzgerald's Park towards the end of autumn, trying to get some shots of it. There's still plenty of leaves on the trees.
Oh yeah, there's still colour there.
There is, definitely, and unfortunately the winter will bring its own difficulties, but we still have autumn here and we'll give it a shot. The second part of the vlog then, maybe later, we might try and find our way down towards the Atlantic Pond near Porky Queeve, and also maybe the next time what we'll do is we'll start the next vlog in or around the County Hall and the Lee Fields and work our way out past the Angler's Rest out to Ballincollig, out to your hinterland there in Ballincollig.
Yeah. I'm only blowing there, but
you're a blowout. Anyway, come here. Anyway, listen, enough said before I get blown out myself. Listen, we'll just bring you around now and show you some of the places to shoot here. Okay.
Hey guys, quick video. I'm at Fitzgerald's Park and I'm at the fountain. And basically what I'm trying to do is two things. I'm trying to freeze the water and I'm also trying to make the water smooth and milky. This requires two different shutter speeds. One will be a fast shutter speed and one will be a slow shutter speed. I'm using a telephoto lens on a Sony camera, an A7R3. I also have attachments on that enables me to slow down the shutter speed. One of the attachments is an ND filter that changes the exposure, as you can see, and the other is a polarizer that cuts through, if I can get my hand out of the way, that cuts through the reflections. So using the two of these together enables me to darken the light coming into the lens, allowing me to have a longer shutter speed, which helps me to make the water milky. So the first shot I'll take will be to freeze the water. So my settings are 320th of a second at f4 ISO 100. f4 because I want to leave plenty of light into the camera, and I also want to focus just on the fountain itself and blur out the background. So I'll take my first shot. Okay, that's that done. Next now I want to make the water milky. How do I do that? I cut down the light that's entering the camera. So if f4 aperture using loads of light, I need to restrict the light, so I'll move from f4 up to the opposite side of f22. So I am now at f22. I'll just check that now. Yes, I'm at f22. Now I also need to slow down the shutter speed. So this will help to darken the picture. So I'll attach the polarizer and the ND filter. Now I will just change. I will change my shutter speed, and I'm getting f22 ISO 100 and 1 second. So I will now take a photograph at 1 second. Perfect. Yes, and that's after freezing. Not freezing, it's after making the water milky. So it's a nice smooth look to it. I will also experiment on shutter speeds. Is half a second enough? Is a second enough? Is 2 seconds enough? It all depends on how fast the water is moving and how much of a milky effect you would like. Experiment. That's what I always do. So I'll leave it there, guys. As I say, welcome to Fitzgerald's Park on a beautiful day. Get out there and shoot. Hey lads, I'm back. This scene here is basically a row of trees, nice straight line, and what I'm going to demonstrate here today is the difference in aperture. Aperture basically means it depends what you want to focus on. If you want everything in the scene to be in focus, like landscapes, you would choose an aperture like f11, f16. If you want to have a subject sharp and the background isolated, you would go to a wide aperture like f4, 2.8. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to use two apertures, f11, which is for landscape, and f4, which will be just to isolate the subject. So I'm going to start off with the tree on my left hand side, and I'm going to focus on that using aperture f4. So what that should do is it should make the tree sharp and the background blurred out. So I'm going to try that. So now I'm focusing on the left tree. I'm at f4, 30th of a second, and ISO 100. So I'll take the shot. Okay, that's that done. Okay, so that now is after resulting in the tree on the left being sharp and the background is out of focus, which is what you want. The tree is the subject. So for the next shot, I will go to f11, 1/6 of a second, and ISO 100, and I will focus about a third into the picture. If I focus a third into the picture, 2/3 behind should be sharp and a third in front should be sharp. So that gives you good depth of field. you could go up to f16, you could go up to f18, but be careful because you'll get diffraction. So I normally tend to play it safe, f11, f16. So depth of field, as soon as the cyclist moves, we take the shot. So I'm focusing on a third into the picture, which is about just past the second tree, and I'll take the shot at f11. Okay, so that's done. So that's cool. So you have front to back focus and everything is sharp. So that's the difference. If you want everything sharp, you go up high with your apertures, f11, f16. If you want to blur everything out, you go low, f4, 5.6, 2.8. So that's it, folks. Thanks for listening.
One late night.
Okay, how are you? Listen, we had just a bit of an experience, or should I say I had a bit of an experience there while Darren was inside shooting and working on the a fountain with the and the lake and the trees around it, and also along the tree-lined path. You probably saw me walking frantically up and down looking for the park attendant, as it were, because I was taking drone footage of the River Lee here and also the new Shaky Bridge. Those who know it know the old Shaky Bridge was taken down about a year ago. It has been replaced. Yours truly was trying to get exclusive footage. Exclusive is right. And I also want to take some shots of it. However, you will see that there are some higher trees over here on the far side of the actual Shaky Bridge, which is secluded. This area here has all been shut off because the lads are still working on the walkways leading to and from the bridge itself. And on the far side of it is the back of the actual Mardyke, the old GAA Mardyke pitch, and the current UCC grounds. There's a little track along there which happens to be owned by Fitzgerald's Park. Didn't the drone get caught right at the very top of the tree itself, and it was jammed in. When the drone is extended, the actual the legs or the wings on it basically caught amongst the branches. There was no shifting it. Darren and myself were throwing up stones when eventually the park attendant, and I'll show you a shot of the actual I suppose an extension, what would you call it, Darren? An extension pole maybe, that he used eventually to take it down. The man who works inside in the Mardyke, he happened to be the man to volunteer to get up on part of the tree to extend it up. And when he did actually dislodge it from the top of the tree, it came down and landed right on top of him. So I'd like to, I didn't get his name, but I'd like to extend a thank you to him. I'm a very relieved man. It seems to be all in one. I can't say the same about the attendant next door, but he's gone to probably University Hospital, is he? Yeah. He was looking okay though. He was, yeah. He was looking better than us anyway, for sure. But thankfully, all's well that ends well, we hope. I must go home and check and see if it works. I'm certainly not going putting it up again today. It's after getting very breezy. But just a little story within a story here to let you know, okay? Here comes the rain, but I just want to finish off something there. As a result of all this shenanigans, you'll see less of me talking to you in front of the camera and more of Darren. But we were able to get some shots around. We won't at this stage be able to get to Atlantic Pond. We might take that in another day. Thank you very, very much for watching us. Hopefully you'll tune back again, and I'm sure at this stage you can see that there are drops falling on the lens. Hang on a sec, I'll clean you off. There we go. Hopefully you'll be able to see me a little better now. You're probably better off with the actual drops on the lens. Talk to you again. Thanks for tuning in. From Daz and myself, come on in. We'll talk to you again next time out, okay? Take care.